Okay. So hey guys, today I wanted to film, or maybe I should start this video differently. I just want to create a saying. So what should I say? Welcome back to my channel. I think that I like that. Welcome back to my channel. And today I set up and I decided that I wanted to film. And I decided that I wanted to film a foundation routine video for you guys, since I've been loving the way my foundation has been looking and my base and everything, all the steps that I've been taking to make my skin look good. And I've gotten a lot of compliments from work, and yeah, I decided to film it and also show you some of my favorite products I've been loving as well. Let's jump right into it. So I've been moisturizing my skin first, of course, and I've been using the Clean and Clear Advantage Acne Control Moisturizer, since I am an oily type kind of gal. I really recommend that moisturizer. It's very it's not heavy on the skin. It does have a weird scent though, let me be honest. It does have, sorry, the cars, Jesus Christ, that sound. It does have a very strong scent, but, or not strong, but just, you know, like chemically smell. And I just like to apply that all over my face, a little bit on this area of my eyes, a little bit here as well, and then the rest on my nose. So I make sure that moisturizer is very well distributed around my face. And then I go straight into foundation. For foundation, I'm gonna be using the WetnWild PhotoFocus foundation. I did a review on this. If you guys would like to check it out, I'll link it somewhere down below, or in the comments, or in the bottom bar. But I love this foundation, so I'm gonna be using this for my foundation routine, because this has been the foundation I've been using. So I just like to plop, 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 plop. And I'm gonna be using the I don't know, let me just use the sponge. I feel like using a sponge today, so I'm gonna use that to all over my face. I will go in with another layer of foundation just to cover certain areas, like my cheeks, like right here, and then I will blend that out with my sponge. And then I will go straight into concealer. So for concealer, I actually purchased this like yesterday. I purchased the WetnWild PhotoFocus concealer. I just was on the market for a new concealer, and I saw this and I was like, I should just try it out. And I actually really like it. I thought the shade was gonna be a tad bit lighter than I expected, but it actually matches pretty well, and it still kind of brightens. So I'm gonna be putting that like triangle form underneath my eyes, a little bit on my forehead, my nose, and my chin. And then I also like to take my Maybelline Fit Me concealer, which, as you guys can see, I need to buy a new one. I just love this concealer, and I just like to put that a little bit underneath my eyes as well, and go through the areas I applied the WetnWild one. And then I'm gonna be using the sponge as well to blend those areas out. Hopefully you guys can see. I don't know which angle, whether this side or this side. I'll be blending that all around my eye area. Okay, so the camera cut me off due to battery reasons, so I apologize. I had already blended my concealer and set my face. I just continued to set my under eyes and the concealer I had all over my face. And then for powder, what I used was the Airspun loose face powder, and this is in the shade Translucent. I've haven't been using any other powders besides from this one. I have been baking my face, and I did today, and I just waited for a little bit and then brushed off the bake. So I'm really sorry for that. The camera just caught me off all of a sudden. And yeah, so I'm gonna be continuing. I'm gonna be moving on with bronzer. So for bronzer, what I've been using is this Beige Cosmetics Studio Pro Contour Palette. This has been a product that since I got it, I've been loving it. I've mentioned it in a couple of videos back. But I'm gonna be using this shade right here, a mixture of this shade right here and then this one, just to bronze all over my face. I haven't been really contouring. It has been mostly just bronzing my face up, just to bring back some color to it. So I like to go kind of heavy with this because this just, in my opinion, what transforms my face and just makes it go from a 0 to 1,000. But I really have been loving the effect that bronzer or just a contouring powder has been doing to my face. I have been really enjoying it and really just focusing on skin a lot this last couple days. Hence the reason why I wanted to film foundation routine. And then I like to go with my go on my temples, and for some reason I go kind of heavily on my temples. I really like the way it looks. I'm just gonna be popping that a little bit on my forehead, and you guys can, hopefully you guys can see. I wanted to just mention real fast, I'm going to be later on this year investing on a camera, hopefully something a little bit better quality. And I have been putting again some on my forehead and then a little bit down my jaw, just to define that part of my face, because I don't like how you look bronze and or contoured and then your jaw just feels missing. That's how I feel. So I like to take a little bit of those powders I use to bronze my skin, just to put that on the jaw. And then I actually have been contouring my nose, and for that, for bronzer on my for brush on my bronzer, for brush to apply bronzer, I've been using the multitasking brush from Real Techniques. Have been totally loving that. And then to contour my nose, I have been contouring my nose just a tad bit. I've been using the contour brush from Real Techniques, and I take that first shade from that contour palette and I just go just kind of roughly. I don't go very or either heavily or very defined on my nose. So I just do this and then just pop a little bit of that on right here, just to make that nose a little bit more defined. And that's it for bronzer. And then I've been jumping into blush, and for blush I finally have been able to use again my Milani Luminoso blush. I was actually watching just before I started filming this Katie's January favorites, and she put up the old Luminoso and then like a reformulated reformulated one, and it looked a lot pink, which I'm actually glad that I have the just original one, because when I saw that I was like, girl, that looks too much. But I'm finally light enough to where I can use this blush. This is one of my favorites. I love this blush. And then I've been doing a lot of glow-y just base and makeup, so that I have been loving that blush. I really like how it just brings some color to your face, but it also just brings this amazing glow to it as well. I love it. I love it. Anyways, and then for highlighting, I've been using that contour brush. I feel it's just perfect for highlighting. And yes, I'm gonna be using the WetnWild Precious Petal highlighter. I don't think I have any other highlighter that's just as good as this one, and I'm just gonna keep using it. So I like to take some of that on my brush. Actually, I like to pack my brush quite heavily on it, and then I'll just tap, and then I'll just highlight my cheeks. Just look at that. Hopefully this lighting is kind of bad though. What I was saying before this clip was that I plan to invest on a makeup camera equipment and a camera, hopefully, so I can have a much better quality on my videos. And this highlight can pop a little bit better, and you guys can actually see it popping. And then I've been highlighting my nose, which I never did before. I thought that the highlighting your nose trend was not for me, but now I'm highlighting to the gods. And then I like to put just a little bit on my forehead, actually. Since I'm an oily person, I avoided these steps very heavily, but girl, I just love how this looks. And then I like to just highlight my cupid's bow. Let me just put a little bit more of that on. And then that's pretty much it for my foundation. So that's what I've been doing for my foundation in the last couple weeks. I'm not going to be doing the rest of my makeup since I'm gonna be filming a video after this. But yeah, hopefully you guys like this video and maybe try some of the products. And yeah, if you guys would like to see any other videos, just let me know. I want to do more tutorials, definitely, but I'm just kind of lacking inspiration on looks. So hopefully you guys can help me out a little bit on that. Maybe comment on the comment section or on my Facebook and Instagram. Let me know any type of looks you guys would like to see. But yeah, that's pretty much it. All the products will be listed down below. And yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on a later video. Bye.